Welcome to How to Cook That. I'm Ann Reardon and today we're making 10 best recipes using marshmallows, ranging from some old favourites right through to some brand new inventions that you've never seen before. In this series we've done 10 best Nutella and 10 best peanut butter, and I'll link to those at the end, and you can put all your suggestions for the next 10 best in the comments below. Number 1, we have S'mores nachos. Step 1, pour some cream into the bottom of a baking dish, and then sprinkle that with a generous amount of real chocolate chips. And I'll put all the recipe quantities for these on the howtocookthat.net website for you in grams and ounces and cups. Then cover the top of that with marshmallows all the way around into the middle. Place that into the oven and keep an eye on it, and once the marshmallows have puffed up like this, switch the oven over onto grill so the heat's coming from the top. And then once they have browned beautifully on top like that, simply serve them with graham crackers and just scoop and eat that gooey marshmallow and dig down to the bottom to get some of that chocolatey goodness on there too. For number 2, you'll need strawberries and marshmallows. Melt the marshmallows in the microwave for about 30 seconds and then dip the end of each strawberry into the marshmallow so you get a nice smooth coating on it. Place those down on some icing sugar to stop it sticking to the paper. Then take a blowtorch and toast each one until it is browned just to your liking. Or if you want to, you can take this one step further. Dip them in the marshmallow and then dip them into chocolate, and that works well if you want to keep these for longer rather than just serving and eating them straight away. At number 3, we have 2-ingredient marshmallow milkshakes. All you need for this one is marshmallows and milk. Heat that up in the microwave until the marshmallows have melted and whisk it really well to combine. You can add a little bit of vanilla to taste if you want, if you don't mind it being a 3-ingredient milkshake instead of a 2-ingredient one. And then put that in the freezer for 2 hours. Once it's icy, whisk it again to make it smooth, and then you have a beautiful, thick, cold, refreshing marshmallow milkshake. These taste amazing. For number 4, let's do the obvious one, Rice Krispie treats. I'm using rice bubbles and Cheerios, marshmallows, and some butter or margarine. Combine the butter and marshmallows and heat them in the microwave until they're melted, and then pour in the cereal of your choice and stir, keep stirring until that is sticky all over. Now tip that into a lined baking tin and use a fork to squash it down so that you compact it all together, but not too hard. We don't want to crush it and make crumbs. And then put that in the fridge to set. Once it's set, simply slice it into pieces and enjoy. That is such an easy recipe. Number 5 is another classic. We've got Rocky Road. For this you'll need marshmallows, peanuts, cherries and chocolate. If you're using real chocolate with cocoa butter in it, make sure you temper it so that it sets properly. Combine the marshmallows with the peanuts and the cherries and about 2/3 of the chocolate. Mix them all together, and you can vary what's in this to customize it to you to make your own personal Rocky Road. Tip that into a tray and spread it out evenly. Then pour the remaining chocolate over the top and spread it out. This just makes it look good on top, and it also gives it a bit more firmness when you're slicing it. Once it's set, cut generous slices, and look at that. If you wrap those, they'll make great gifts for birthdays or Christmas or whatever the occasion. For number 6, we've got through the classics, and I realise there are not that many recipes using marshmallows. There should be more. So time for some experiments. This one turned out okay, but I didn't think it was good enough for you guys, so I'm going to scrap that one. Number 6 is chocolate marshmallow heaven. This tastes really good. To make this, you'll need cream, egg yolks, cocoa powder, sugar, milk, egg whites, flour, chocolate, and yes, marshmallows. Place the flour, cocoa powder, sugar, egg yolks, milk, and cream into one bowl, and then put your egg whites into another bowl. Whip the egg whites on high until you get soft peaks that look like this, And then using the same beaters, mix together the other bowl of ingredients until there are no lumps. Add the egg whites and use a spatula to fold them through. You want to do this gently so you don't just knock all the air out of it. Then add in the marshmallows and the chocolate chips. Pour that into a baking dish and bake it until it is hot all the way through, but it still has a slight wobble to it when you shake it. Refrigerate that until it's set and then slice it to reveal the rich chocolatey custard type base topped with a cake layer and toasted marshmallows on top. Number 7 is no bake marshmallow cheesecake, and for this you'll need chocolate, marshmallows, cream cheese, butter, cream, more cream and some plain biscuits. Crush the biscuits using a food processor, or you can put them in a plastic bag and hit them with a rolling pin, and add in the melted butter and stir that until it is moistened. Pour that into the bottom of a lined container and spread out the crumbs, squashing them down. Pour the first lot of cream over the chocolate and add the marshmallows on top. Now you want to microwave that for 30 seconds, stir it up, then microwave it again and keep doing that until the marshmallows are dissolved. Microwaves heat unevenly, so if you just chuck it in for a couple of minutes, you're going to end up with burnt spots. Once that is evenly combined, just leave it to cool down to room temperature. Whip your cream to make soft peaks and then whisk up your cream cheese because you want that to be soft and even as well. Take out about a cup of the chocolate marshmallow mixture and pour the rest into your cream cheese and whip it together until you can't see any more white bits. Fold in the whipped cream and oh my goodness, this looks so good. I hope that it sets properly. Pour it into a container and place it into the freezer. After about half an hour, it should be firm enough on top that you can pour on that spare half a cup of chocolate marshmallowy mixture so it gives us a nice sort of glaze on top. And then let that freeze for a few hours so it's easy to tip it out of the container. Just use the baking paper to help you pull it out and then place it on a plate or a cake stand and peel off the baking paper from the outside. Now leave it in the fridge to defrost and then cut generous fluffy cheesecake slices, and yes, it is set to a perfect consistency. I'm really happy with that and everybody loved the taste of it. At number 8, we're making up 3 ingredient marshmallow ice cream. I love how this one turned out too. All you need for it is marshmallows, cream and milk. Pour everything into a pan over the top of your marshmallows and then heat it over high heat until those marshmallows are completely melted. Remove it from the heat and leave it to cool. Once it's cooled, tip it into an ice cream machine and churn it. While it's churning, take some ice cream cones and dip the top in some chocolate and then into some sprinkles and leave those to set. Once the ice cream is thick and frozen, eat it by the spoonful. Place it in a piping bag and pipe it into a cone. Now it's time for the Jed test.
That is delicious.
What does it taste of?
It kind of tastes like a bit strawberry.
That's right. Do you know what's in it? Marshmallows.
I knew that already.
It's safe to say he likes it. Number 9 is Marshmallow Mousse. For this one, follow the steps we did for number 8, but instead of churning it, while it's hot, pour it over some chocolate and whisk them together. Place that in the fridge to chill, and once it's thick but still a bit wobbly in the middle, whip it with electric beaters for a few minutes until it's thick and airy. Spoon that into glasses, you can add in some chopped strawberries if you like, and then chill it in the fridge to set, and you get a yummy soft chocolate mousse. If you want a firmer mousse, you can just add in more marshmallows into your recipe. Now at number 10, let's see what happens if we bake the marshmallows in the oven at a low temperature. Amazingly, they go hard, like a honeycomb texture that tastes of marshmallow. They're good, but they're a bit rough to look at, so let's coat them in chocolate. Let me show you how crispy they are. See, they're really crisp and crunchy, and they taste just like a candy here we have that's called clinkers. So if you like clinkers, you've got to try this one out. Subscribe to How to Cook That for more crazy sweet creations. Click here for more 10 best videos, here for the recipe, and here for a random video of mine chosen by YouTube for you. Make it a great week, and I'll see you on Friday. Did the cone start to break?